Hello, everyone. It appears we have a mess to clean up. It's a good thing the next quest is called Picking Up the Pieces. Anyway, I'd like to apologize a bit for last stream because I got fairly salty about the events that happened. And I was a bit insensitive about Papa's death at the hand of Gulool Ja Ja. But at the same time, I thought about it, and I still don't like Gulool Ja Ja, and I think that's the reason that I was so salty. I didn't like him in the first half, but he really wasn't involved almost at all. And so I think I still stand by the fact that I don't like Gulool Ja Ja. I don't think he's a good character, and that's probably the reason why I was so salty. Anyway, let's head on over to Alizé so we can go ahead and start picking up the pieces. She is over here. Yes, there she is. Yeah, we were looking at this dead soldier. Like, what the heck were they even doing with they were like sucking up people's souls or something. Well, hopefully we get some explanation on that. Picking up the pieces. Alizé regards the fallen soldier thoughtfully. It's clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far and wide as you've traveled, though, perhaps you've encountered something similar before. They're a lot like the Talarians. I forget what their exact name are, but they're like the freedom fighter people in the Dead's End, if I had to guess. Or at least that's the closest thing we've ever seen. That in the PvP armor. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues to Gulool Ja's new powers. Well, let's take a look at him. At first, I assumed they were soldiers in armor, but when I cut them down, it became clear that wasn't the case. That kind of makes me think of the carapace armor that the Pershendi wear in the Way of Kings, even though this is like completely different. Examine the fallen soldier. You may move the camera as well as zoom in or out. Target an area and inspect it with left click. Let's take a look at his gun first. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. Let's see, I guess we look at the actual armor. Or the corpse. From a distance, it appeared to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. Maybe it's the souls they were extracting. In place of where eyes or mouth might be, you see a strange sigil on the front of this helm. Okay, I thought there were 4 things we needed to find. So, what do you think? It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. I don't think so. At least not quite. Indeed. While it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. You know, in previous expansions, they at least did a decent job of making it not quite seem like the answers didn't matter, that you made mattered, but then I've noticed a lot more in Dawntrail that it's like they very clearly wrote it for one thing and then added an extra option that like kind of sort of makes sense. Anyway, the lack of a face, not least of all. Did you see any signs of a power source? I mean, considering the thing said it didn't have a power source, nope. So it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. It runs on the souls of the dead. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than metal, it's more akin to stone, Wait. Haven't we seen this somewhere recently? They gonna point it out? Skydeep Cenote? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. The palace is made of stone, too. My character's not that dumb. That's right. The glowing stone used in the chambers with the gates to this golden city. They should really start putting big quotes around Golden City now that we know that it's, like, not quite golden. And while the soldiers are a different color, the warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observations with the others when we gather at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. Alright, let's head on up to Sunperch. Right? Yes. Let's see, I'll just teleport on up there. So, I guess we're just gonna like, realize, oh... Yeah, I'm not quite sure how this is gonna happen. All I know is, looking through the quests to, like, plan stuff out for today, that Graha's gonna show up somehow, for some reason. I don't know exactly what logic they're gonna do to get him here, but apparently he's gonna come. And I don't mind. I'm a Grahatia fan, enjoyer. I guess? I don't know. Either way, I won't mind if he shows up. Alright, Alize. Let's meet up with everyone. Looks like everyone is here already. I don't see anyone. Are they gonna walk into frame as soon as the cutscene starts?
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number
Only
are
50?
wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy.
Well, Alize has something to say about that.
And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Gulool Ja Ja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
Oh, okay, that's how we get Graha here.
By all means.
Oh, it's gonna be Graha and Y'shtolva?
Permission has been granted. You can come in.
There's these, she's used plural. Or is it gonna be Estinian? He's already here. That would make sense.
Greetings, everyone.
Oh yeah, there's Graha and Ketan Ram, who hasn't like explained anything. And I say Y'shtolva's staff back there. Yeah, there she is. So much for the Scions disbanding. Oh, we just need to thank Tuliyollal to get back here.
Raha! Y'shtola!
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest. But I gather circumstances are quite dire.
You know, because I can't see the destruction outside.
All is well in the annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulool Ja Ja spoke about the Golden City to his 2 successors. Thanks to Wooklamart, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise.
Okay, I guess.
It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the
So there's this
beginning?
thing called the Rite of Succession, and like Wooklamart protagonisted her way through the whole thing and won.
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant, addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records.
What did you do, Gulool?
Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession.
You know, Kettenrom's standing right there. Can't we just ask him?
At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Gulool Ja Ja.
I guess Gulool Ja Ja is the one that's gonna say it.
Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep Cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
It led to another reflection.
Whoops. That's interesting.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in
Yeah,
these
Kettenrom,
affairs,
maybe you can actually explain some
I
stuff.
reckon maybe I'm best
Like how you're
equipped to
alive.
speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Gulool Ja Ja. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Oh, convenient. Who dis?
This black stone is remarkable.
Oh, that's golf. Okay.
I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
And then that's young Kettenrom.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Have we seen Gulool at all?
Hells.
I need to check that eventually. Or is this the first time we've actually seen him?
Nothing.
An earthquake?
Yeah, that's the portal we saw.
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
Don't tell me it's gonna be Cryo. The baby. Okay, so how was it? Okay, I'm gonna need a little more explanation, Cat and Rom.
Baby? Now hold on. Why would you...
Oh, that was the key or something, right?
Now what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
Yeah, so the baby's gonna be Cryo, which means Cryo's actually from a different reflection. So are we actually gonna meet Kryl's parents if we go through here? Are we gonna go through here? That might be interesting.
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either.
Oh wait, yeah, Gulool Ja Ja had that, didn't he? His simp stole it.
As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important. So Gulool Ja Ja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Sharlayan.
Then it focuses on Kryl there.
Then the child was...
Yep.
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject.
Of course.
But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
Want to make sure to turn up the volume a tiny bit.
The forces that assailed Tuliyollal. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Gulool Ja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out.
Yeah, okay. Thought he killed him.
When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items
Right, because Gulool Ja stole it.
Namely
The artifact.
The keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit, you believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Gulool Ja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical armor.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Yeah, except that's a bit weird because the entrance was to the south.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections, but what of my home? What's become of it?
I don't know, Ironville, let's head over there. Uh-oh. We're going to find out. This looks like a job for the Scions of the Sun. No.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are
this
best
writing.
suited to tackle the task.
Like, it wasn't even close.
You can say that again.
I did not mention Scions, and then he just brings it up.
Existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do.
That's no surprise.
I have to put a stop to Gulool Ja Ja and restore the people's happiness.
Well, I mean, she's supposed to be the head of Resolve.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you.
But he's the head
However,
of
under
Reason.
these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be
Or, well,
absent
vow.
from the city.
Not head.
As such, I shall remain in Tuliyollal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome.
Yeah.
As
I would expect her to.
I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
Me too, Cryo. I mean, what? And he's gonna go too, because he wants to check on his home.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
Of course she would.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
That's probably a good idea. Alright, let's go and talk to everyone. Well, everyone's here now. I struggle to believe I am from another reflection. I wonder, does this mean my soul is thinner than a native of the source? Surely not. Shtula would have noticed. Gods, there's so much I don't understand. My head is ripe to burst. That's a good point, I hadn't thought of that. I fear we need to know more if we're to defend against another assault. I'm indebted to Ojiko for overseeing our operations in my absence. I will endeavor to make myself as useful as I can here. Another reflection encroaches upon our own. But how? And why now? Because Mr. Idiot opened the door. Please be safe. Yes, Aaronville, we will be careful. We will make sure that your home is okay. We'll find a way to breach the dome, and we'll make sure everyone inside is safe. It's embarrassing to think how Gulool Ja Ja caught me unawares, but I've no doubt the bastard came to kill me. I reckon he would have succeeded were it anyone else. Who would have thought him taking that key would lead to all this? I don't know, Captain Rom. I could have seen that from a mile away. This talk of reflections is perplexing, to say the least. I should be glad for your help in understanding and overcoming this crisis. I know what I have to do now. Alright, well, Clement, what do you have to do? Together as one. Before investigating the dome, Wokalamot wishes to see to one important matter. I know we're in a hurry to set off, but before we do, I need to address my people. The peace we swore to uphold has been shattered. They need to understand what's happened and how we intend to fix it. So I want to call an assembly at the Winged Walk and assure them that all will be well. But as shaken as they are, I don't know how many will come. It's those who are most distressed that truly need to hear your words. If you like, I shall seek out such souls and encourage them to attend. I'll help too. This is an important step in the city's recovery. Care to join us, Brilliant? Well, do I get a choice? While you handle that, Erinville and I will see to provisions for this expedition. Thank you. I'll go ahead and have the Landsguard announce the address. People must first know what there's going to be one before they can decide whether or not they want to hear it. If you could see to the Resplendent Quarter and Bayside Bevy, Alisaie and I will split the rest of the city between us. Again? Isn't that where I always have to check? Alright, let's talk to everyone and then head out. This talk of reflections, yeah, that's the same thing. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do new dialogue here. I shall examine the mechanic. Oh wait, I don't think that's what she said. I shall have to examine one of these mechanical soldiers later. I have a mind to inform Thancred and Urianger as well, but they may have already left Thrall. Unfortunate. Alright, let's head on out. Let's head out the exit, and then she said the Resplendent Quarter, and let's see, it says... I thought she said somewhere else. Oh, Bayside Bevy, that's right. Let's hop on down here, and yep, over to the right there. To go ahead and teleport to the actual Aether Crystal, because there's actually one in that area. I still feel like the layout for the Aether Crystals is a bit weird. Okay, Bayside Bevy. Or not Bayside Bevy, the Resplendent Quarter. And let's look around again. Dumbfounded Farmer. Understandable reaction. If Tuliyollal falls to the enemy, what will happen to us? To our homes, our farms, everything we've worked so hard to build? Lives and communities and histories, all reduced to ash by these merciless villains. I heard Val Wokalamot is planning to address the people, but what's the point? What can she and her brother possibly have to say? I don't know, why don't you go and find out? Really? The Dawn servants have a plan already. They've lost so much, yet they're prepared to carry on. And standing around worrying what's to come will change nothing. It would be a lie to say I'm hopeful for the future, but I will go hear what they intend to do. Okay, let me go ahead and I said I was going to change the audio. I just wanted to make it a tiny bit louder, like literally just like 1 point. That's more than 1 point. Okay, let's do 2 points. Okay, where are the other two that I need to seek out? I want to jump down there because... And I'll just have to run up the stairs again. Yep, there we go. There's somebody. Level-headed resident. I still can't believe we were attacked. For mercy, my family was spared. I don't know what I would have done had they come to harm. I understand Val Wokalamot is going to make an address soon. I'll be there, of course. This person does not need persuasion to attend the address. Okay. Where else can we look up? There's somebody. Sorrowful citizen. They're okay. Right. Alphino said the people who need it the most are the ones that should attend. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. It's not what he said at all. Well, I mean, close to what he said. I'm just saying it just doesn't make sense. Whatever. Please, leave me be. My father is gone. Leave me to mourn. Hey, why don't you go to this attend this thing? Gulool Ja Ja is slain, and yet Val Gulool and Val Kuana still fight for our nation. For us. Very well. If they would speak, the least I can do is listen. Alright, that's 2 down. Let's look for the 3rd one. Where the heck could they be? Down below? There isn't anything over here. I'll go check back up top, see if there's anywhere I missed. And then I'll probably hop down and check towards the bottom. Let's see. Anyone up here? Or should I drop down? Around the corner, maybe? Nope, that's outside of the circle anyway. Yep, let's drop down here. Okay, no one back here. Let's drop down again. And I don't see anyone, so we're... Oh, there they are. Alpaca herder. No, despairing. I was gonna say aspiring? No, despairing. That makes a lot more sense. It's not safe here. Not anymore. I could try to leave Troll, but where else is there to go? You look like the well-traveled sort. Please, I can't stay here, but I fear nowhere in Troll is beyond the enemy's reach. What of lands across the salt? Don't worry, we'll take care of it. You should go see Wicklamont's address. I know. Even if I ran, I know I'd regret it in the end. I love Troll. This is my home, and I know the Dawn servants would give their lives to defend her. You know, like Gulool Ja Ja did. I will find my faith in them, and listen to what they have to say. Alright, let's head on over to Bayside Bevy now, right? Yep. Go ahead and take the Aether Crystal over here. And then we'll just head to the one in the center, take a slight shortcut. I still hate how these crystals are laid out, and I'm going to keep saying that until this expansion is, until we get to the next city. Let's look around on this side. Yeah, good. Flustered citizen. Whatever it is, I don't have time. I have to help finish repairing this cart. There's only so much I can carry on my back. When those hollow devils come again, I need to be ready. Val Gulool and Val Kuana mean well, but they're young and inexperienced. They can barely look after themselves. If we're to survive, I do not know if we can count on them. I'll have to go to the address and see what she has to say. They're going to strike back at the enemy, so they're resolved to face this. Maybe it's too early to be thinking of running. Oh right, I'll go and hear their address. That's 1 down, let's find the other 2. Looks like there's one there stockpiling, citizen. Let's see if I can convince them. I need to stock up food and medicine, as much as I can. What else is there? I can't afford to forget anything. Sorry, miss, but I'm too busy. Too much to do and too little time. There's no telling when those stone men will return. I have to get out of here. Find somewhere safe. I mean, why don't you have no time to go see the address, right? Well, Gulool wants to speak to us. Perhaps she has a plan, then. I suppose there's no harm in hearing what she has to say. Alright, that's 2. Let's look for the last one. Resting resident? I don't think that's gonna be the person we need. But I don't see anywhere. Paranoid resident. That sounds more likely. Definitely not the composed merchant, though. I can't leave now. What if those soldiers come back? And what are those strange machines looming overhead? Gods, I have so many questions. I see. It would put my mind at ease to learn something, anything, of the threat we face. Alright then, I'll go to the Winged Walk. Is that like the Great Walk? Thank you. I feel better already, and likely better still once I hear what the Dawn servants have to say. Well, that's the last one. Let's meet up with everyone back at Dawn's Perch, apparently. We gotta run all the way up. Well, at least the good thing. This Aetherite will take us up there. And we'll get to see what Gulool says, as long as she can, like... So the thing with the leader is that the most important thing or one of the most important things about leadership is that your people trust you. Not necessarily to trust that you're going to make everything better, but that you're going to make your best effort and that you're going to do everything in your power to actually accomplish that. Even if you don't completely succeed, as long as you made the effort and actually like put the people first, people will be a lot more, what's the right word? Won't be quite as mad at you, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to everyone. I was just discussing the gate to the Golden City with Ketenram. He has been patiently answering my few questions. Did you not see Alize on your way here? Oh no, Alize, what did you do? It seems Kryl and Aaronville have yet to return. Still busy making preparations for our expedition, I presume. Thank you again for spreading word of our address. I fear those who needed assurance most would not have been present otherwise. A few questions, more like a bleeding broadside of them. Took me back to me time with Gulool. It did. Charlene's scholars, I swear. Understandable. So is it going to be voiced? Oh no, the actual address will probably be voiced, but not this part. It looks like you've brought quite a few people. Thank you. I don't know how you saw that, considering you've been standing right here. Alize had actually returned ahead of you. What? You literally... What? Oh, okay. I guess he, like, I guess he said... I guess he meant... Did you see Alize on the way out? Or heading out? But upon hearing you were still out there, she decided she was unsatisfied with her own efforts and left again. Of course, she didn't want to lose the contest. My apologies for involving you all in trolley affairs. I mean, we're kind of already involved. I don't know what you mean. We are simply helping dear friends in need. Having traveled the lands of Tural, sharing in the rich cultures of your people, I can see no other way. What's more, Gulool Ja Ja and his army pose a threat not only to Tural, but to the star as a whole. We will stand with you to protect what you hold dear. Thank you. I don't expect you've had much, if any, rest. How are you holding up? I'm fine. Thanks to a little encouragement from Brillian. What? When did I do that? Oh yeah, before. With Alize. You needn't worry about me either. Whatever weariness I feel is no match for my desire to protect my people. We will restore peace to the nation and preserve our father's legacy. And it begins by speaking to the people from our hearts. Right. We need to see to a few things first, but feel free to go ahead to the plaza and wait. Their father raised them well. That he did. Yeah, unfortunately he didn't raise Gulool Ja Ja very well. Let's see, there's probably going to be another cutscene of the actual speech. Yeah, there it is. And this is probably going to be voiced.
Namachi, are you all right?
Yes. Don't worry. I'm ready for it. The fear, and sadness, and anger. Everything.
I am the reason to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor.
Okay, not gonna say it was
And
Zoral
for a
Ja.
moment, we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down. I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this, the enemy leader was none other than my brother Zoral Ja.
And for a second I thought that she just wasn't going to tell them.
Zoral Ja? It's true! I saw him!
Okay, I guess that would be a bit hard to cover up.
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zoral Ja torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
I mean, I don't know what we're going to do about it, but we'll figure it out.
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zoral Ja and put an end to it all.
Yeah, I don't think beating him is going to be the end.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Don't go saying that.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan. Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Tural's my home, and I'll do my part for it. Hear, hear, brother.
Yeah, like, the thing is, I like this character now.
That makes two
But not
of us.
Zoral Ja. I've hated him the whole time.
Or what was that? Two of we? Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
Like you were supposed to hate this guy until you got his backstory and then he became your friend.
We fight! We fight! We're Tuliyollans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm! He's right. This is our nation and it falls to us to protect it.
We'll fight too! For Tuliyollal!
Me too! Me too!
We're all together in this!
Oh, there, I see him there, Mr. Two-Head.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
We've already learned much about our foe, and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope. Together, let us show the enemy the might of Tuliyollal.
You are the beating heart of our nation, each and every one of you. Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliyollal will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
Yay! Can we get on with it? This is all inspiring and stuff, but like, I want to keep going. All right, let's go and talk to everyone and wrap this up. She did well. Oh, was that ... at the beginning, Aaronville? That's a little bit, mean. It is inspiring to see such diverse peoples rally as one. Yes, see, Yashola, yes. The people of Troll have come together for this fight. We must endeavor not to fail them. We won't, Kryl. Trust me, I'm here after all. I'm glad to see so many people came. I wasn't sure how many I had won over, so I decided to keep at it. Of course you did, Isles. You didn't want to lose the contest. That was a rousing speech, was it not? Let us do our part to ensure the Dawn servants can fulfill their promise to the people. Listening to Wuklamot and Kuana, I was reminded of my time in the First. While the Exarch was no king, I often found myself speaking before the people of the Crystarium in like manner, and through their deeds, they answered me. The people of Troll, too, will rise to the occasion. This I can tell. Alright, looks like we get some boots.